So this is a 4th grade classroom of students in a resource room classroom. Okay. Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Today we're going to start class by working on some graphic organization of learning fraction comparisons. Is everyone ready? Do you all have your graphic organizers in front of you?
Yes.
Good job. Great job. Okay. Today's objective that we're going to work on is on the board right here. It says, I can fill in all sections of the graphic organizer, providing at least one detail of how this information relates to my life. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on today, how this information of comparing fractions applies to our lives. The first part of this graphic organizer is in the upper left-hand corner. Can anyone read that to me?
Teacher description.
Great job. Teacher description. So this is my description of what comparing fractions is. Comparing fractions is when you use the greater than and less than symbols to compare two different fractions. Okay, that's written on the board, so everyone needs to make sure you copy down that description to your graphic organizer. You guys get that copied? Almost. Great work, great work.
Does this also include the equal sign?
You're correct, it does include the equal sign. So the equal sign would be when two fractions are the same. That's a great comment. Great work. Make sure everyone adds that piece to their descriptions. Okay. The next part of our graphic organizer says my description. So that means we're going to put the teacher description into our own words. So everyone think about that for a second. How would you word what comparing fractions are? Can anyone give me an example? Anyone give me an example of that?
When you need to know the difference between two amounts.
Perfect. That's a great example. What about you, Kelsey? Yeah, what you're writing is perfect. Good.
Okay.
That's a great example. That's really great.
Thank you.
When I need to know out of the two numbers which one's bigger or smaller.
Perfect. Yeah, sometimes you want to know which fraction is bigger and which one's smaller. That's a great example. Okay. Did everyone get this copied?
Yes.
Great. Great work. Can someone read me the next box of our graphic organizer?
Examples and non-examples.
Perfect. Do you know what an example of a graphic organizer, an example of a fraction comparison is, Ariel?
Like with when you're cooking and you have different size measuring cups.
Yeah, that's a good example. Good job. So what would that look like if we were to write that example down?
Like half of a cup versus a fourth of a cup.
Perfect, yeah. 1/2 of a cup and 1/4 of a cup. What symbol would we use to describe these?
Greater than.
And which one is greater than?
1/2.
Perfect. Great job. What's another example? Can someone give me another?
I have a question.
Yeah, what's your question, bud?
Do you use whole? Like a one?
You could use a whole, yeah, because a whole is 1/1, right?
Yeah.
That's what we talked about when we learned fractions.
Gotcha.
You could do tablespoon over teaspoon, but I don't know what those equal.
that would be, which one's bigger, a tablespoon or a teaspoon?
Tablespoon.
Right, so a tablespoon would be greater than a teaspoon. Great job. What would be a non-example of this? Non-example of comparing fractions.
Does that mean like if it's wrong?
Yeah, exactly. So it wouldn't be right. Something that we could see as not an example of it.
3/8 is greater than 1/8.
Three-eighths is greater than 1/8. Is that a non-example?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, no, that's an example.
Good, Ariel. Why is this an example?
Because 1/8 is smaller than 3/8.
Right, so if we change this and said 1/8 is smaller than 3/8, is that an example or a non-example?
That's an example, because 3/8 is bigger.
That's a non-example because 1/8 is smaller.
It's smaller, yes.
Remember, eat the greater number.
Oh, yes.
Our alligator eats the greater number. So we want to make sure we always have our greater than sign pointed at the bigger number.
Okay.
Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. So we have a couple examples up here. Can we copy those down onto our graphic organizers in the right box? The example, non-example box? Great job, great job.
And we didn't do an equals one.
Would you like to give an example of an equals there?
I guess I would. 2/5 does not equal 3. Oh wait, is it supposed to be a good one?
We can do an example or non-example.
Okay, example. 2/5 equals 2/5.
2/5 equals 2/5. That's a great example. What's another example we could do there? What else does 2/5 equal?
4/10.
Yeah, 2/5 is 4/10, right? If you reduce 4/10 down, you're going to get 2/5. So those are equal.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay, we have one last section left in our graphic organizer. Can someone read that section to me?
Application in my life.
Great. Yeah, that's our objective for today is how we're going to apply this in our lives. So, can someone give me an example of when they would use fraction comparisons in their life? Yella?
I can eat a half a pizza.
That's a great example. You can eat half of a pizza. Great. Great example. What about another example? Where else do we see fractions in life?
In PE, we have to run half a mile. Or...
Yeah, half a mile in PE. Perfect. What's one that's not using a half? Someone else give me an example?
When you're counting money.
How do you use fractions when you're counting money?
Like if you need a quarter, that's 1/4 of a dollar.
Perfect. Yeah, that's such a great example. 1/4 is a quarter, which is part of a dollar. Can anyone think of one more example? I know where I use fractions a lot in my life when I'm cooking and measuring things. I measure half of a cup or 3/4 of a cup. I use those a lot, so we'll use that example too. Can everyone make sure they write down those applications in their life? Because fractions are a really important thing. We use those a lot. And this is really going to help us as we go on through our unit to be able to compare these fractions. Great job, guys. Great job. Good work.
Thank you, teacher.